Adani is a corrupt, fraudulent multinational corporation that has faced serious fraud allegations, including even environmental degradation in how their practices. So why on earth would we subject Kenyans to such mediocrity when it comes to the issue of investments in our property?
Am I a madman?
The story of Adani has been a controversial and contentious issue in Kenya right now, as he plans to overtake the JKIA, Kenyan's only heritage, the pride of Africa. But this has been met with a lot of controversies from the people of Kenya.
The question is, why Adani?
Why Adani? Why not the Kenyan government?
Welcome to this channel as we are diving today in this hot topic that has been making headlines in Kenya and beyond: the Adani Group's proposed takeover of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, or the JKIA as known by many Kenyans. The Adani Group, an Indian multinational conglomerate, has submitted a proposal to operate JKIA under a 30-year concession. The deal includes a $750 million investment to develop a new terminal building, apron, and a taxiway system.
Part of the model of financing this deal will be, one, debt. They will go out there and borrow money to be able to come and build this infrastructure. Number two, they will also use equity that exists, our own equity, our own sweat and blood for over centuries. Number three, internal accruals. In fact, internal accruals is really the bare minimum. Debt capital market structure. So essentially, Adani does not have this money.
However, the proposed takeover has sparked significant controversies recently. The airport workers went on strike, leaving passengers stranded to protest the deal. And the workers' union argues that the deal is opaque and could lead to job losses. In short, there is no transparency in the whole deal, and only a few of the people involved know exactly what is in the contract.
We are not welcoming Adani to take over JKIA. The issue of the documents surrounding Adani has come up, and that is the secrecy with which it has been handled. And of course, we have always been saying that the best way to tell us that Adani is good, or there's anything good about Adani, is to give us the documents.
You need to be availed all the information that you need to be availed. Things don't need to be secret, and the government needs to be very straightforward, the Ministry of Transport, in what is going on. You need to protect and get information about your jobs and your welfare.
Government officials, including Nairobi Women Rep Esther Passaris, voiced support for the deal, highlighting the potential of JKIA to become a five-star airport.
And in Ahmedabad, the Ahmedabad airport has been done by the Adani Group. And the first time I went to Ahmedabad 4 years ago, it was a very mediocre airport. Today, it's one five-star airport. All right, I've been to estates within Ahmedabad built by the Adani Group.
Many Kenyans are demanding more transparency in public participation in the decision-making process. Supporters of the deal argue that private investment is necessary to upgrade the airport, which is currently operating beyond capacity.
It is not sufficient to facelift the airport to the standard. The budget is 97 billion USD. It is not possible. Whatever it is, 46 billion Kenya shillings.
They believe that Adani Group's involvement could bring much needed improvement and economic benefits. But on the other hand, critics are concerned about the lack of transparency and the potential impact on the jobs and the businesses.
But how do you give me a job? Do you auction my country for the sake of giving me a job? In fact, then let's get America come and buy Kenya and give all of us jobs, but we lose sovereignty. Okay. What we are losing, which is sovereignty, is more important than talking about the jobs. And let me tell you why I'm not.
Kiwanja imeenda, Jomo Kenyatta imeenda. Mtu anakuja hapa anasema ati imepeanwa sub kwa 30 years. Na mwenyewe ako na 40 years. Watu wawili hawawezi kaa mahali watuumize, ati tukiongea ati tulikuwa hiyo mrengo, ati tunyamaze tu. Bwana Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga, toka uambie wa Kenya Jomo Kenyatta iko namna gani. Mimi najua Raila Odinga angekuwa upinzani, hii maneno angekuwa amelipua.
Either we accept that Kenya is going to be a country of public good or is going to be a country of private good. And what we are saying is that we have information that we are going to table here, and I will tell you, my CS, some of these things are shocking, completely shocking.
But there is a real deal here. JKIA is a very strategic security apparatus for this country. Let's assume Kenya decides to go to war with any nation. It might be our neighbors, it might be a nation overseas. JKIA in Kenya is one of the airports, and sorry to say, it's the only airport in Kenya that has the technology to detect aircrafts. The radar system in there is the only security apparatus to detect aircrafts in Kenya. So during a security threat, we need somebody there who is patriotic enough to detect aircrafts. So if we give it to Adani, for example, it means that in case of a security threat, we do not have any person there who is patriotic enough to detect and report any security threat in the airspace.
One which was very, very concerning to me, if I can remember it, it demonstrates photography, satellite images. It talks about the runway, the capacity of the runway. If indeed this was not an insider dealing, how would Adani, a conglomerate based in India, get specific details on how or what ails our infrastructure? That is issue number one.
So in my opinion, we should not be giving this airport to a foreign company and to a foreign entity. Patriotism is at stake, and I think people should wake up and decide what they want for their country and kick away the leadership that is selling our very own security and compromising our very own heritage. The Adani takeover of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is a complex issue with strong arguments on both sides. As the situation develops, it's crucial for all stakeholders to engage in open dialogue and ensure that the best interests of Kenya and its people are prioritized. What are your thoughts on the Adani proposal takeover of the JKIA? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to share this, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this and more other important topics. My name is King Radio King Matela. This is definitely where you belong. King Matela TV reminds you to subscribe to this channel and of course share with your friends so that at least we can grow bigger and better together.
We need to work with investors to give us a new airport in Nairobi.